with me. I am setting up two lives here. Hello, YouTube, and hello, Facebook. Welcome to MS Classy TalkShow. I'm your hostess and your mostest, Miss Classy. On this week's episode, we are talking about soul ties. Now, I'm going to tell you before I go into this. I'm going to have a disclaimer here. This is for educational purpose. So, all this is teaching. So, teaching about different things. So we'll learn different things because you don't know what we face in life, and so this is all teaching stuff. So first of all, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. I know that we come on different levels of time, so I do understand that. So you are welcome to go back to my Miss Classy Talk Show page on Facebook, and you can also go to my YouTube. So you have two ways of seeing me. If you want to see me from the live part, and if you want to see me for YouTube too. So we are going to get to the program right now. Have you ever met someone whose presence in your life just made sense? This is a question, right? Have you ever? Think about this. Maybe it was an attachment, or maybe things clicked after you formed extremely deep connection with the person. If you're ever felt an invisible string pulling you towards someone, it's possible you encounter a soul tie. A soul tie is a type of spiritual connection knitting together of two souls that you become the bond of emotional bond, and it typical happens more in romantic relationships. Not everyone you dated qualifies as a soul tie. No matter how in love you may have been with a person, the thing about soul ties, they are so intense that the feeling may be unlike anything you've ever experienced in a good or bad way. What does it mean when you found someone who could be a soul tie? Another name is called spiritual coding. A soul tie can be described as two souls linking together through a spiritual or emotional bond. Soul ties are formed through a physical, spiritual, social, or emotional connection, which can involve deep conversations and complete openness and vulnerability. More general, they blossom after sexual intercourse. It's important to have an emotional connection prior to having sex. Sex was considered to help the soul tie develop. So, what is the difference between a soul tie? Soul ties can become deep to the point that it can link to sex for comfort. I'm gonna stop right there. So, with soul ties, in that it could be good and it could be positive, but it can link into sexual a sexual thing too, because the reason why they come for sex for the wrong reasons, for healing and things like that, and that's why it happens like that. And so that's the difference. So it can be, the soul ties can be a good thing, and it could be also a bad thing. You just have to know the difference. So we're going to go with the rest. Through emotional times, it seemed that sex would help through sexual intercourse. So it can be bad because of the use of sex to heal the wounds, just like I said, instead on getting healing through counseling. So that's the huge difference. They feel sex will take that feeling away. What are the signs of soul ties? You feel connected on a deeper level. On a deeper level, you'll feel connected. You're bonded on a deeper level. They have strong reactions from soul ties and know everything will be uplifted, the good and the bad. So, it's the good and the bad. You immediately feel comfortable with someone or curious about someone, the feel familiar, strong reactions. This person feels familiar to you. You could feel you knew each other for years. You may feel like they complete you when a soul tie is activating an attachment. When it activating an attachment, wound may feel like this person completes you, may feel like this person completes you. Like I said, it may feel like that the person completes you. So you feel, you feel like this person really completes me. They, I feel so close to them, so close to them. I feel this deepness inside. So that's how it is. So you're about so for they feel familiar in their strong reactions. Okay, you may feel like you completed when a soul tie is activating an attachment womb. That's what I went back to it again. This is true in the case of romantic soul tie relationships. This is when soul ties vary into toxic territory. Soul ties can be also toxic. Toxic. Your relationship feels unique or one of a kind. When it comes to soul ties, they are unique and offer an element of newness. Watch the feelings and experience you never had before. So you may feel real strange in the beginning, like you're feeling a different way. This is how it happens. You feel a different way. Okay, you feel like probably strange inside or something like that. So they show up at significant times. Soul ties can show up at particular times in your life. It could be at the moment you needed help, healing, or they have something to offer. In part of your feelings, it's missing there are not in your life. So you get this feeling that you're missing something in your life. So this is another side of a soul tie. You're feeling that missing, so you're trying to do something to fill it in, that missing. So we're going to go on. Feeling of having a soul tie with someone can often become painful. If things go as soul ties can offer, turn it to attachment or be mistaken for attachment alone together. So it could be mistaken as as another thing too. A lot of times people may experience a feeling of brokenness. They feel as if they are missing something because they feel no longer connected to the person. Soul ties can be sided until in unlike toxic twin flame. Soul ties can also become toxic in one side, feeling as if someone can complete you or you are somehow broken without them, or actually signs of attachment. So this is another thing about it. People look for their partners to complete them, and they get lost in the role as a partner with within a relationship, and lost their bond. So that's going to happen too. That can influence that negative attachment. What are other types of soul ties? So there's other type of soul ties here. Number one, sexual soul ties, just like I said. Two, bonding soul tie. Three, protective soul tie. Four, binding soul ties provides the other person energy. Five, permanent soul tie. This ouch when two souls merge often without the agreement of each other. Is a soul tie good or bad? Is a soul tie good or bad? Can be a very positive connection. It can also become toxic if the person you are connected isn't a positive influence. So that's the difference. If they're not positive influence, it can be toxic. But if they're a positive influence, it's nothing wrong with that. And then you just got to know the difference if the person is fit for you or time to let them go and move forward. So that's the difference. You have to really pay attention to signs of people, into your way who comes to your life. You got to really pay attention to those times, because sometimes we can get attached to the wrong people, and this is called the wrong spirits, and we want to be attached to the right spirits, right? But sometimes you just got to know the difference. Okay, I'm going to go on. How long do soul ties last? A soul tie connection can be romantic, or it can last a decade or weeks. So it can last a long time, or it can last weeks. It just depends. It can be a person you encounter only once, or someone you return again and again to throughout your life, so they can return back. They maybe return. You probably knew this person before, and they return back to you. Just like the old saying was if the butterfly flies away and comes back, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Same thing in some relationships. Some come back in your life, and they can change and doing better for themselves in life. They can change and do better for in themselves in life, right? Ready to be with the right person they felt attracted to. So, they said, I found this person. I really want to be with this person. So they want to be with you. Or it could be someone can come back to wing their wings back in your life to destroy your life. So know the difference by the way they treat you and talk to you. Watch out for red flags. So as we have learned, it can be toxic, it can be positive. So yes, we got to learn those red flags. We got to know what is right, what is wrong, and to some when we meet somebody, or if somebody comes back to our life, we have to really pay attention. Just pay attention to the signs, right? Do soul ties ever break? Soul ties are broken every day. It's something you choose. It's something that must happen out of your own free will. Yeah, that's what happens, because we can become emotional in our minds. We are not always well put together. We need to be fixed our problems, right? When it comes to relationships, or we can lose control, and then it becomes toxic. Like I have said, like I have said, it can be negative and positive. We just need to really study a person. Like we read books. Sometimes you can read clues about a person through actions towards you. So you can really read it, a person out if you really pay attention. And then that's how you will know about a person, right? You can really read them to, just really get to know them so you can see how that person is, right? What is an unhealthy soul tie? An unhealthy soul tie. When a soul tie feels feels constrained and dark, or obsession, or obsessed of things, mental and physical health. It can be negatively affected ways to know if you have an unhealthy soul tied with someone. You have an unhealthy attachment to a person. This could be in your relationship with anyone. So this could be with anyone, anyone. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. You are obsessed with a person. You are taking the on the trait of another person. Unhealthy soul ties can lead you to adopt the addictions, attitudes. You may notice that you act, talk, and behave like them. This soul tie, this soul tie. Now, this soul tie, when you guys are acting, you're acting like the other person. It can be dangerous, because the reason why it can be dangerous is because it can result in attacks from demons. Demons. Bad spirits can enter into us. Those demons and stuff like that. We got to be careful. If you finding out that you're acting like this person that you're obsessed with, that's not a good thing at all. That's toxic right there. So that's a soul tie, unhealthy soul tie. You are remaining in a abusive relationship, dreams, thoughts, and fantasies about someone from your past. That's unhealthy right there too. You keep things from your past. You keep things from your past. It can and cannot get rid of it because you are obsessed with or too attached to them. If you are connected with this, go get help at once. Do not allow this to ruin your life. So, as we was learning about soul ties and that, the difference between two, it could be negative and it could be positive. You got to really pay attention and study a person, get to know their person, and you can find traits like this. You can find that if you're coming to be uh, like that too, that feeling and stuff. It's a certain type of feeling, but if it becomes really bad to a point that you're obsessed with a person, that you're starting to act like this person, this needs to be addressed right away. You need to go get that proper help, because this will help you with your mental state of mind. Because that's what happens. It could take you to another level of mental state of mind. That's the toxic part, but otherwise it can be positive too. And so that's the huge difference. So now, as we have learned, if you find yourself attached to things like this, just really, really pay attention to your feelings, because I understand that feelings can become really deep with a person that we meet, that we really feel attracted to them. But just be very, very careful on your feelings. Just take it easy. Get to know people. Get to know, because you don't want to come with the wrong relationships, right? Of anybody. It could be a regular relationship, that you're going with, or it could be relationship with friends, anybody. So just really pay attention to your feelings, and just pay attention. Daily work. It takes daily work, and just really and really study. Just really study, and get to study people, get to know them, and then you will see how they are, and you can feel how they are, and you will know what to make that choice, if this person is the right person for you, fit for your life, or this person is time for you to leave. So right now, as I end Miss Classy Talk Show, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. And tomorrow I have Miss Classy Talk Show, Miss Classy Hallelujah Friday Christian broadcast. That's strictly Christian teaching network. This one is a mixture of a lot of things, and I'm going to have more in the future. This is more like a teaching educational thing, but like I said, like I have a disclaimer on all of them, like that this is just teaching stuff. It's up to you, but we should know different levels of things that we don't know about. Like I said, this was a very good topic to talk about, because we are learning about different things and stuff. So this is all about learning. So continue to grow and continue to learn. And I'll see you guys on the next Miss Classy Talk Show. God bless you guys all.